Right. At this time, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the gavel over to our vice chair to lead us through awards and recognition.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I have the delightful opportunity to read a proclamation recognizing Jewish American Heritage Month. And for that, I would like to please call down to our guests to receive it. And after I read it, you'll be able to introduce yourselves and make some comments. Whereas Jewish American Heritage Month is celebrated annually in May to honor the generations of Jewish Americans who have contributed to the history and culture of our nation. And whereas Jewish Americans have been an integral part of Mecklenburg County's vibrant history, with the first Jewish settlers arriving in the 1870s and establishing a lasting presence that continues to enrich the county today. And whereas Jewish Americans have made significant contributions to Mecklenburg County's economic development through entrepreneurship, business leadership, innovation, playing a key role in building a thriving local economy. And whereas the Jewish community has enriched Mecklenburg County's arts and culture, supporting institutions, artists, and events that celebrate creativity and foster cross-cultural appreciation. And whereas Jewish Americans have honorably served in the United States military, demonstrating courage, patriotism, and a commitment to protecting freedoms we hold dear. Whereas the Jewish community in Mecklenburg County has established cultural institutions, synagogues, and organizations that have enriched the county's religious, social, and cultural fabric while educating and serving the public, fostering dialogue and mutual understanding among groups, and promoting a welcoming, inclusive community for all residents. And whereas recognizing and celebrating Jewish American Heritage Month reaffirms our county's commitment to combating prejudice, standing against anti-Semitism and all forms of hate, and promoting unity among all Mecklenburg County's residents. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Mecklenburg County Board of County Commissioners does hereby proclaim May 2025 as Jewish American Heritage Month in Mecklenburg County and encourages all residents to join in celebrating the achievements, contributions, and enduring legacy of Jewish Americans both in our community and throughout this nation. This 6th day of May 2025, signed Mark D. Jarrell, Chair, Mecklenburg Board of County Commissioners. So moved.
Second.
Would any of my colleagues like to be heard? All right. You have the floor. Please introduce yourselves.
Commissioners, thank you so very much. That took my breath away. My name is Adam Colette. I'm the CEO of the Jewish Federation of Greater Charlotte, joined by our leadership here, Jake House, Steve Menaker, and Douglas Green. On behalf of the Jewish Federation of Greater Charlotte and the entire Jewish community, I want to express our sincere appreciation for this proclamation and your recognition of Jewish American Heritage Month. This month is not just about honoring the past. It's also about celebrating the ongoing contributions of Jewish Americans here in Mecklenburg County and across the country. As this proclamation so beautifully states, Jewish Americans have helped shape our economy, classrooms, culture, public health systems, and our shared commitment to justice and opportunity. At a time when anti-Semitism is unfortunately on the rise, both nationally and here in North Carolina, this kind of public recognition matters. It sends a message not only to the Jewish community, but to all communities that our stories are valued, our safety matters, and our shared future depends on standing together. Thank you for your partnership, for your leadership, and for affirming that Mecklenburg County is a place where heritage is honored, diversity is celebrated, and hate in all of its forms has no place. We look forward to continuing to work with you in building a stronger, safer, more united community for all. Thank you so very much.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you. If you'll stay there, actually, a few of my colleagues do want to speak, then we'll vote, and then we'd love for you to come receive it. So, Commissioner Powell.
I love your speech. when you think about everything that you said in your speech, it ties all of us together. And recently, I was with a famous Jewish man, and I had the most wonderful experience of meeting with him and him talking about how important it is to consider the future and the decision-making, and that is part of your religion. Would you like to speak to that? Because I think it's so important.
I really appreciate the question. I think that we are all needing to look towards the future while being informed by our past. It's an important part of our tradition and one that we learn an awful lot from. And it's why we try to teach lessons from the past in order to inform our community going forward.
Well, I look forward to learning a lot more about the beauty of your culture. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chairman Jarrell.
Thank you. You know I'm not going to let this moment go by and not recognize your work and say thank you so much for being here. I'm just really so thankful for the conversations that we've had, particularly about around unity and how we can work together, how we bring community together. Your lens and your focus. I love when people behind closed doors are the same as they are in public. I think that is just so important, and I can't let this moment go by without recognizing that, saying thank you, and just letting you know how appreciative I am for your work, your passion, your vision, your lens, and I know with your leadership and your help, we're going to make this community only grow stronger. So thank you.
Chairman Jarrell, that is, you're an extraordinary leader, and it's a privilege to work with you.
Commissioner Meyer. Sorry.
Thank you, and I'll be very brief, but there's so much hate in this world. I really appreciate this proclamation, and I appreciate your speech. It was beautiful. And I've met with two of you, and I appreciate the education. And I hope you're out there speaking more, because we need it, because some people just don't realize what's going on. And there is anti-Semitism. I was taught that, there's some symbols up on light posts that I didn't know even existed. I didn't know what they were. I know what they are now because of you. And I hope you continue your work, and I really appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Griffin.
I just want to say I'm a native Charlottean. I had an opportunity to meet and speak with Harry Golden many years ago when my grown children were just toddlers. We went out to the J. Sheriff Schreiber and her husband, I don't even know if they're still around right now. I haven't seen them in a long time. The Bernsteins all welcomed me out at the J. And the welcoming, the friendship over the last 50 years has been phenomenal for me. I really want to appreciate the work that you guys do out there and that what you do in this community. But I wanted to say that from a personal perspective, growing up here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Griffin. Commissioner Leek.
Thank you. Let me say thank you for being here tonight. It takes me back to the years of 1969. Big Wage Radio was owned by a young man and his wife. You know exactly who I'm talking about. My husband pastored Little Rock Church, and we needed a site for children. And he and his wife bought all of the equipment for the kitchen so that we could have a first-class kitchen to serve those children in, and people within the confines of our denomination would have a job. And they employed 18 adults, and they had like 35 or 40 children every day. Had it not been for Big Wage Radio, and you know exactly who I'm talking about, that we would not have received that. The second thing is, my husband ran for mayor in '69. Who was his campaign manager? The owner of Wage Radio. He financed his campaign. And we are grateful, and I'll never forget this mother who worked so hard in the community. That's right. Sis Kaplan, he gave me the sheet. I knew it, but I was going to call it last. But thank you so much. But we thoroughly. And every week they would give away money from Way's radio station. And on Sundays, Stan in his Mercedes-Benz with the velvet curtains at the window, and the children would come out and look at this great car, and this gentleman who decided to finance pre-K then in 1969. So there are some good people, and everybody's not mad, but just a little bit. But if we can get over that little bit, we'll be all right. But thank you for being here tonight. I
Thank you.
could not let you go without me saying,
We can get
Sis
over it.
Kaplan and Stan Kaplan. He smoked cigars every day.
That's right.
You know, Commissioner Leek, details are the soul of narrative, and you tell a great story. So thank you for sharing those recollections.
I've had some great experiences.
Yes, ma'am. So a couple things. Adam, will you please introduce the people standing behind you?
Absolutely. We have the chairman of the Jewish Community Relations Council, Steve Menaker. We have the director of the Jewish Community Relations Council, Douglas Green. And we have our esteemed board member, executive committee member, Jake House.
Who looks very familiar to us here in Mecklenburg County. Nice to see you again. So I just want to say two things. The animating ethos for me as a Jewish American, a proud Jewish woman, is tikkun olam, which means to heal the world. It is what drove me as a lawyer. It's why I ran for public office, and I know that it animates everything you do in your role representing the Jewish community out in the broader community, to build partnerships and to mutually support. So thank you for everything you do for Mecklenburg County. And lastly, I just really want to thank my colleagues. It means so much to me today, your comments, but also the way you have been so supportive of the Jewish community, always. I'm deeply touched and grateful. So at this time, all those in favor of the resolution, please raise your right hand. That is unanimous. And at this time, if you would like to come down and receive it, that would be great. And we can take a picture if you'd like also.
You're just going to shake hands starting that way and work your way around.
Good to see you, friend. How are you? Thanks for being here. Good to see you.
Can't forget them.
Thank you for being here.
Can't forget you.
Congratulations.
You knew about Ways, didn't you?
This is for you. Y'all don't go away because we're going to take a picture together.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Good to see you again. Good to meet you. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. I appreciate your service. Thank you.
The photographer is right up this way.
Center.
Look, you're so tall.
All right.
Thank you again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.